Hi, it's Charlie. Welcome back to Partickhill station. So I've posted a few videos in the last few weeks. I hope you've been able to see some of them, and thank you to everyone who's commented. And what I've done is I've done the horizontal format for shorter videos, see what kind of reception I get on that. And you know, I've been pretty busy around here with a number of little projects, and that can be problematic at times. And what I found is that I made a video of how I made this pipe load, and I can't find it, and that's very frustrating. So yesterday I posted that I'd found this R110, a bolster wagon, here locally, and I got it for $15. So that'll enable me to put a load on there, and that's quite effective. So what I'm going to have to do now is recreate that little project, and I'll do this after this introduction. So getting back to doing projects and videos and recording and then editing, posting, you really got to have your wits about you, because you know, when you accumulate multiple iPhone projects that you're trying to jump between and get organized, it's very easy to misplace. And then when your phone is jammed up with too many videos, what I do is I like to move them over to my laptop and then onto my external drive, freeing up more space on my iPhone that will enable me to produce more videos on there. And you really got to manage the files, and I think what I'm going to have to do is be more diligent in that process. Do a video, complete it, edit it, post it, and then move it. That way I'll be able to make sure that the video is complete and it's been posted onto YouTube, and that I've freed up space on my iPhone and I've stored it on an external drive. Another thing that I did was I was able to get this from the same person who sold me the bolster wagon. Bit of a rip-off actually, but you know, I was there and it was available. So as you can see, I'll be able to extend that platform out, because it's a bit on the short side here. So I'll get to that soon. I also have this point here that the frog is melted, and I think that happened some time ago. But what I've got is I have another point that I'll place in there. It's a little bit longer, but that'll work out just fine. So I'll get to that also. So here are the two bolster wagons. The grey one is the original Triang R110, and this is the updated Triang R110. I'll need to look up the Triang book. It's entirely possible that this original one See, it's also R212. This may have been made for the North American market. I can't say exactly right now. So on that one, you saw how you can make up your steel plates and load them on there. And what I had done was I had made these pipes to fit that wagon. So now on this one, they're a little short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make new ones that will be 15 centimeters or 6 inches. And what I'm using for that are these plastic tubes. Now, I got these in the dollar store for, I don't know, it was $2.50 or something, bought a whole pack of them. And these are used for holding balloons at children's parties. So I'm going to use these, and it's very, very simple. Of course, you need a sharp knife, and we want to cut it approximately 6 inches or 15 centimeters. And you don't need to press too hard, just roll it around as your sharp knife cuts through. It's not that simple, but if you keep working away at it, you'll get it. There you go. So that's your pipe, and what you can do is you can take a piece of sandpaper. In this case, I've got some of these sanding sticks, and you know how to do that. And then what I'm going to do, well, actually, I should tell you that it's a good idea to use the sanding stick and just rough up the pipe, because that'll make sure that you get good adhesion. You get a tooth on the surface of the plastic. Okay, so the next stage is to paint it, and I'm going to paint it black, just like these ones here. So I'll get a couple of brushes just like that, and a bottle of dollar store black acrylic paint. It's ideal. Don't put too much out. As you go through the process, you'll find how much it takes to get good coverage on these. As you see, it'll probably take a couple of coats just to make sure that you get full coverage, and just dab in the end, because some rivet counter might have a look down there, say, hey Charlie, you never painted the inside of the pipe. What we have to suffer for the sake of modelling. Now, that is a paper or cardboard straw. I'm just going to pop that in there so that I can finish off the painting of my pipe. Now, you can use different colours. You can use red oxide or green, depending in the era in which you're modelling. And I'll just put a wee bit in the end there. and that's your pipe basically done. It's that simple. Now I'll do another couple while that's drying, and then we'll move on to the next step, so just bear with me. Now I've got all the pipes painted, and you know they'll probably need a little touch up, but that's okay. And I painted them individually with the help of that paper straw. But one thing you could do, you could glue them all together first and then paint them. That might work. To each their own. Everybody has their own approach, and there's a million ways to do things. This is just the way that I've been doing it. So what I'm doing is, with a sharp knife, I'm cutting some narrow strips. Oh, you've got to stay in line. Cutting some narrow strips of electrical insulation tape, and just set them aside there when I want to tie up the pipes, just like this. Now for setup, I'm using these matchsticks, $1.75 from the dollar store. I'm sure you know where to get them cheap. And I'm using plastic weld to glue the pipes together. Now, I've said before, use this and then put the cap back on because it will evaporate. So I'm just going to put some in here. Seems to have kind of thickened up a bit for whatever reason. I have another bottle which I might have to use. Now I'm assuming it's fairly dry, and the matchsticks have stuck to the bottom, but that's okay because this is really just for setup. Anyway, a very delicate part. So what I'm going to try and do here is take this and stretch it over all the pipes, lift it and stretch it over underneath. And hopefully that'll work. What you could do is just add a little bit of glue there. You could use crazy glue. But basically that's it. That's how you do it. I'll just do one more. Actually, I'll do it all. Might be a bit long. So just stretch it all the way around. And then a little dab will do you. And one more in the middle. I'll just put it. There's a third one on, and I'll give it another little dab in there like that. And while I'm at it, I may as well finish off painting it because it looks as if there's a couple of bare spots there. Use up all the paint that you've got left on your palette. And there it's done. Perfect little load. Only cost you a couple of dollars, and it'll look really good on your layout, either sitting in a siding or running in a freight train. Also use some of this small chain that you get either in the dollar store or the kiddies jewellery stores, and adhere it to the body of the bolster. Well, I'm sure you agree that that was a fairly simple and easy modelling task that everybody can do, and with parts that you can find at your dollar store, and before you know it, you've got a nice little load for a bolster wagon. So if you enjoyed that, please remember to give me the big thumbs up. Subscribe if you can. You know how it helps the channel grow, and that's basically what it's all about. And look forward to seeing you here next time at Partickhill Station. Bye for now.